Hey Dragon Slayers! Today's video is about how often, how long, and how intense should you exercise. If you're able, you should engage in physical exercise or activity 6 days per week, reserving one day for a genuine rest to allow the body to recover. Depending on the type of exercise, the daily exercises would need variety to prevent overuse injury and to ensure proper recovery of specific muscles. Dr. Bikman considers 20 minutes to be just enough time capable of eliciting a pronounced benefit. Where time is limited, you can go approximately 20 minutes or sometimes a little less. Intensity of the activity is far more important. When possible, 30 to 40 minutes is a good length of time to be certain you fully complete the day's exercise regimen. Dr. Beekman aims for 40 minutes. Anything more, and he feels like he's mixing his priorities, such as spending time with family and all the other things we have to do in life. The time of your exercise session during the day is far less important than it is just getting it done. You just want to check the box, even on days where you don't feel like moving. There is no clear benefit to exercising in the morning versus the afternoon or the evening. However, people who exercise in the morning usually find fewer excuses and are therefore more consistent. The reality is that fewer things can potentially get in the way of exercising at 6 a.m. compared to 6 p.m. Your exercise intensity may matter more for improving insulin sensitivity than any other variable, including duration. An important caveat: do not try to do more than you're capable of. When implementing high intensity training, it is essential to start easier, let your body adapt, and gradually, slowly over time, work up to higher and higher intensities. For aerobic exercise, high intensity workouts are achieved by simply performing the exercise more vigorously. And so you are going to scale this exercise over time, and I can give you a few examples of what that would look like. So, an ideal way for interval training would be 1 minute of lower intensity exercise is followed by 1 minute of maximal intensity exercise. And then you're going to repeat that cycle for a set duration. So, for example, if you choose to run, don't just set your watch for 35 minutes and happily jog steady state the entire time. Rather, keep your eye on your watch and mix the intervals of light jogging with periods of heavier running. For instance, for resistance exercises, you could achieve higher intensity by performing every set to failure. In other words, every time you begin an exercise, you continue that exercise regardless of the number of times it takes, aka repetitions, until you can't do anymore. Similarly to high intensity aerobic exercise, it is truly exhausting, but it's an essential part of reaping the maximum insulin benefit. In fact, just a few exercises performed one single time to failure can be enough to improve insulin resistance. A key benefit for increasing intensity in aerobic and resistance training is that it makes each exercise type more like the other. Just as performing intervals more intensely during aerobic exercise more fully exhausts and strengthens the muscles being used, so too does more intense resistance exercises, especially with shorter rests between sets, which heavily tax the cardiopulmonary system. So that's what I've got for you guys today. Don't forget to like and subscribe because it really helps the channel out. And remember, guys, that together, you and I will slay the dreaded diabetes dragon.